Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to week 28 of the West Marches. I'm super excited to be back. It's been a little while since we've been in the West Marches, and we've also got some players here who haven't been on the West Marches for a while either, so that's super hype. So, yeah, let's hear what everybody's been up to since we've seen you last. Trump man, how's the
Yo,
Hearthstones?
that's great. We got an expansion which just came out. A lot of events in the middle since I've been on, including TwitchCon and BlizzCon. Feels like
Awesome.
forever ago now,
I
but
know, yeah.
it's been a while. So glad to be back.
That's awesome. Have you had any like big notable events for yourself in that?
Let's see. I made it really close to competing at the World Championship at BlizzCon, but not quite. But
All right.
next year
Next
we'll make
year.
it.
Awesome. Are you like primary focusing on Hearthstone these days?
Yeah, I am.
That's super awesome.
Played a lot of the cool games that have recently come out. Of course, we all know
Some
them.
Fallout
So
4?
many good ones. Yeah.
Yeah. What have you been playing besides Fallout 4?
Man, there's the Legacy of the Void. Started that campaign. I'm actually going to be playing in a Archon, like the two-person co-op team-up tournament tomorrow, where
Oh,
they're having
sweet.
like old players and like current pros team up, and yeah, that should be fun.
Old players,
Yeah, back
aka
in my
Trump.
day,
Yeah,
Craft
exactly.
2.
So wait, hang on. Where can I watch you play that? Because that sounds awesome and I want to tune in.
That's a good question. I'll get right back to you on that.
Good. I look forward to it. Pocket, how you been?
I've been good. I've been doing a lot of creative stuff lately and streaming some new games, and I mean that's pretty much consumed all of my time. And yeah, so I've been just going through all the games I can while also trying to keep up on making armor. It's
Awesome.
exciting.
And you
I'm
said you were
painting
working on your Sylvanas armor these days, right?
yeah, I'm still working on Sylvanas. I actually am starting to come to a close with it. I just got the Greaves left, and then I have to start thinking about working with LED lights and stuff and lighting her up.
Ooh. What kind of lighting are
Ooh.
you looking at? That sounds super fancy.
I have no idea. I'm doing research on it. I've been looking at other cosplayers, and Kamui is a cosplayer that has a lot of guides on it, and so I'm gonna be getting into that, and it's gonna be overwhelming. So it's
Yep.
exciting.
Are you gonna do all of that on stream?
Probably not at first. I might once I get comfortable. I'm usually once I get comfortable, I'll do it, but I don't want to like burn something down and then
Flail
be like,
around. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
let me hit my stream first. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel you.
but
Um,
yeah.
so hang on. I saw you took a picture of some Darth Maul makeup the other
Yeah, I
day.
did that yesterday on stream as well.
That was
I'm gonna
wicked.
I'm gonna start doing makeup on stream, like face paints. Like I did Two Face as well,
Hmm.
just because it's fun and I think it's something that more people could get into because they're like, well, always wanted to be Darth Maul,
Hmm.
and it's really not hard. So I think that doing it on stream shows people like this is really easy. So yeah.
That's super awesome. I've like no, I've never tried to like seriously paint my face with makeup except for once for Halloween. I painted like my entire face white and then I had a huge like black smiley face mouth here. It was legitimately challenging, and I'm impressed with your makeup skills. They are way better
Oh,
than mine. That's
I've
for
seen
sure.
that
well.
Darth Maul picture you put up. If you can make that look easy, I'll be impressed.
Yep,
I thought
totally.
I made it look pretty easy. So it's exciting. Well, and then Star Wars is coming out, so my dad's like, "Can you make me Darth Maul?" And I'm like, "Yes,
Really?
Dad." Yeah, he
That's
actually
awesome.
asked me.
That's
So
super great.
I was practicing.
Does he watch your cast sometimes?
No, but my grandparents do. So his
No
parents
way.
do. Yeah, they watch it, and so they're the ones that saw me in Darth Maul makeup, and they're like, "Did you know Hillary did makeup at like a Star Wars guy once?" So yeah.
That's pretty wild. Who else here has parents or grandparents who watch their casts? My mom comes to mind every once in a while. She'll show up in chat. She'll be like, "I'm the mom," and I'll be like, "Hi, mom." And then all my chat is like, "Oh, it's Steve's mom. Hi, Steve's mom." They get really excited about it.
I think they silently watch. They if they watch, they
Yeah.
never talk.
Okay.
So
My mom followed me
Oh.
on Twitter before,
Uh
but
oh.
I don't know who she is. But like I think about it sometimes.
But she just like told you, "Oh, I followed you
Yeah,
on
she
Twitter."
told me. Yeah. But then
you weren't
she-
like, oh wait, let me go back through all my tweets and delete everything.
I mean, maybe I was. I'm not gonna say there's like much to search for.
Right. Awesome. So, Kaitlyn, what have you been up to since the last time we've seen Frecky in the West Marches?
You know, just encounters of the female kind with a character named Rainbow. So
With
it's
a
on my
character
mind.
named Rambo?
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Wait.
Just mirror
Okay.
shades. 'Cause that
Yeah,
happened,
no,
like, years
yes.
ago.
But your character, which one are you? No, you're
Night-
Night Sass. Yes,
Yeah.
okay. No,
Whoa, are you like trying to mess with
Which
my
one
mind?
are you?
which one are you? No, I've watched an embarrassingly small amount of Mirror Shades, I have to admit. But that sounds awesome. How's it going with you and Rainbow? Does Rainbow seem receptive?
Oh, she's really into me. So
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
That's
thank
really
you.
nice.
thank you.
What have you been playing recently, Kaitlyn?
Starcraft, Steven.
That's awesome. I can't imagine why you would play that. I thought you were a professional Hearthstone player these days.
Oh no, it's all first like, who are you? And now like the professional Hearthstone.
What do you
going on.
play? Like, what's your name again? Where did you come from?
I'm freckles,
Yeah.
Steven.
So, are you starting to get onto the ladder at all?
In StarCraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are you still playing through the campaign?
Well, I had to put the campaign on hold to go back
Okay.
to laddering.
That's where the focus is.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's fun though, because a bunch of people are still in like platinum and diamond who aren't. So when you start a game, you have no idea the skill level of your opponent. So you kind of want to do something really dumb, but then if they like slap you in the face, you look really dumb on
you
stream,
feel
like you
bad.
just lost to someone below your skill level, but they're not. Or maybe
Did you
they
say you're a
are.
professional league player?
Yeah.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Which professional league are you a part of? Right. No, I was watching Jeff play a little bit, and he got placed into platinum, and I was like, giggles. But then he was playing, and people just seemed their skill level was all over the place. So, but it's really interesting because it's so early that people are using really different builds. I was just watching this morning. I was just watching the Sandisk Invitational.
Yeah.
Have y'all been checking that out at all?
I know the other day all the Terrans won their matches, so it was fun.
I was watching Terran versus Protoss, I think, today.
Was Zest playing?
I forget entirely who was playing. It was TY and I totally forget the other player, unfortunately. But it was really neat because they were like starting to figure out all sorts of stuff that I have never seen before, just because it's like 5 days into the launch of the game. But it was really cool. It felt like I was watching something really starting to develop rather than something really established.
I got attacked by pylons yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
TY versus Beyond. Thank you, chat. Yeah. No, that was.
Yeah, speaking of the StarCraft, I found out. So it turns out it's actually going to be on twitch.tv/StarCraft. That's November 15th,
Oh, shit.
Sunday, 11 a.m. I'm going to team up with Masa. He's a pretty good Terran, so
Ah.
that'll be
Super
pretty cool.
I will
You have
totally
to call
come check
him the
that.
one true Maru. Because his real name's Maru, but there's like this Korean Maru that's okay. Not that good.
You might have heard of him a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last, we have Neil returning for the second time in a row. I don't think we've played since you were on last, Neil.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think you were in week 27. So, what have you
Cool.
been up to in the 3 weeks since we saw you last? Did you
I have-
try to marathon stream?
No. The marathon stream starts Tuesday for you Americans, Wednesday for you Europeans. And that's going to be 6 days straight. So that's coming up just around the corner. Actually, this is pretty much the last thing I do. I do this, and then I keep streaming for the rest of the 24 hours that I'm doing now, and then I just nap and prep, and then I go live Wednesday morning for me, because right now it's like Sunday at 3 a.m.
It's 3 a.m. for you right now?
I mean, yeah,
That's
Indochina
crazy.
time.
And you look so wide awake. Is your sleep schedule like on North America time or something?
No, well, my sleep schedule is just broken. It's broken so it can, so you don't get as tired during the 6 days.
Yeah.
So I've just been prepping for that and doing auditions for Hardcore Heroes, the new show I'm doing coming up. I'm pretty excited.
How long do you prep before going into a marathon stream like that?
Really, you need to eat right and kind of cut out caffeine and other things like that for like a week or two ahead of time. But then you just need to really disturb your sleep schedule in the last 3 or 4 days, which is right about now. So surprisingly little prep needed, but I guess that's because I just have a broken sleep schedule in my day-to-day life.
Yeah. You just keep it broken anyway.
Mm-hmm. Just never have a good sleep schedule, and then you can always stay up as late as you want.
Oh, man. That sounds terrifying. I slept like 11 hours last night. It's like, so nice.
No. Broken sleep schedule doesn't mean you don't sleep day to day. You just
What?
go to bed at 4, and then you wake up at 2, and then you go to bed at 6, and then you don't go to bed, and then,
So you're on like the rotating sleep schedule?
Mm-hmm. I kind of operate on a 26-hour day.
Yeah. What have I heard? I've heard that if you put people in an environment where they have no external like circadian signifiers for their sleep, they drift away from the 24-hour day.
I have heard similar things. I haven't read into it, but I've seen it noted in my research on sleep deprivation. Yeah.
That's
it's interesting. Yeah.
So you're gonna play any like Dota 2 with Kat while you're doing that? I hear she's pretty good.
I'm afraid that she'd beat me. You know, I might play some Starcraft if she's up to it, but who knows?
That's pretty reasonable. Have you beat the campaign yet?
I did,
Nice.
and the epilogue and all that fun stuff. But I think I'm going to be playing a lot of Rome 2. I started playing that a couple weeks ago, and it's super addicting. And the campaigns are epically long. And like Civilization, it's one of those games that you start playing, and you forget the rest of the world exists. And like, just one more turn, and 6 hours later, okay, all right, just this last turn, I got to go take out Italy right now.
I've never been super into like turn-based strategy games like Civ or whatever, but I got Endless Legend. And even though like I played it a little bit, I wasn't super into it, but that one more turn thing, it's super real. Because it's like, okay, turns are they're just little discrete little choices of options. Each one takes probably like 3 minutes or something. It'll be fine. I can do this.
Right. It's just one more turn.
Yeah.
And then hours and hours and hours go by. So I'm hoping Rome will bring me through, because it takes like 90 hours to beat the grand campaign, or at least it did for me the first time around. So I'm expecting that'll cut through most of the marathon right there, just grand campaigning.
Yeah, like the first third of it or so.
Yeah.
How many hours is your 6-day stream?
144.
God, that's...
Do you sleep?
No. No sleep.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, that's
Slightly.
Yeah.
But it's
Are
fun.
you going to be the new resident sleeper? You're going to be the new resident sleeper.
I don't know what that is.
What's the
Cat,
resident?
what is resident?
Do you
Really, you don't know?
Swish?
I kind of live under a rock.
Really,
Oh,
you
there's
don't
going to
know
be a lot
resident?
of that.
Oh my
You'll see it soon enough. You'll learn what it is.
I just put it in
Yeah.
chat. I just put it in chat.
Yeah.
When
Okay,
JP was talking about the Bob Ross 200-hour stream, I legitimately thought there was some guy on Twitch who had named himself Bob Ross that was doing a 200-hour
doing a
marathon
200-hour
stream
There we go.
right before
Thank
I
you,
did my
chat.
144, and I got super pissed.
I
It
saw
turned
that
out,
tweet.
yeah, I was very confused.
You should like paint along with Bob Ross for some number of hours.
I think it would be too relaxing. I think I would just kind of, aren't
And
those
I think-
clouds pretty?
Oh, yeah. Isn't
God.
Bob Ross like aren't his shows being rebroadcast on Mondays? Is that what I've heard? I think so.
Yeah. Every Monday or something, they're gonna do Bob Ross now, instead of every day.
Yes.
So
So
I
that
just
would be
love how, like in the beginning, so many people. The streamer doesn't even talk. He doesn't
Yes.
even interact with the streamer. He sucks. And it's just like, oh. And I legitimately think most people were just kidding, but I think some people were like dead serious.
I'm sure.
Like they got livid, and you're like,
Totally.
whoa, bro.
You need to chill out. Where's
You
that
need to
anger
know.
coming from?
Yeah.
We're just making some happy little emotes here. No, but if it's Mondays, Neil, then like next Monday, you should totally turn on Bob Ross to just drift off into a happy little sleep at the end of your...
I'll be finishing on a Wednesday morning.
Oh,
so-
shit. So it would be like towards the
Tuesday
end,
morning,
but not
sorry.
at the end. So if you turned it on, you'd just be doomed.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
ruin everything.
It'd be
Sounds
bad
tough.
times.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about we play some West Marches instead of me forgetting who you are?
Did you talk about you?
Who am I? I'm Steven. I play a lot of role-playing games.
None of your business.
I
Sideshow.
heard you play Starcraft. How's that going? What's your ladder rank?
I made it to gold once in season 5 or something, and that was like 3 years ago.
What race, Steven?
Zerg, best race.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Zerg is it was challenging.
I'm gonna ZVT you, Neil.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, Kate, we should totally like Archon mode against Neil when he's like bad enough to make up for you having to carry me.
We can go right now. You don't know how Archon
sweet.
mode works. This is what I do for my friends. I let them have one drone,
Yeah.
and you have to mine with that drone the entire time.
Okay.
And that's what they do in Archon mode. And then
That's
I do the
awesome.
macro and the micro.
That's a good plan.
So you'll get one drone, Steven.
I think I can make that. Now, in order to mine, like, I don't remember how it was in Brood War, but I think you had to like click each drone individually, send it to the minerals, and then click to the hatchery
Oh,
to
they
send it
fixed
back,
that in
right?
StarCraft too.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well,
in HOTS, it goes there. So just watch it go there. Make sure it gets there.
But I was like actually like
And then
impressed with
make sure
people's
it gets
playing
back?
skill.
I'm already confused.
Where's their APM gone? It's totally ruined.
You still
that's a
stack
shame.
drones, I guess.
Awesome.
I'll worry about the APM, Steven.
All right, I'll let you worry about the APM. I'll worry about
I don't
that.
even know what that means.
Actions per minute, bro.
Is that the part where it looks like people are spazzing out? Like,
Yeah, that's where it's like
Yeah.
oh, I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
Don't worry, a lot of it's just for show.
The
I
like
too, Stephen, I too work in the interviewing industry, okay?
no, it's terrible. Interviewing is horrible.
I too work in it.
Why do they let anybody?
I'm making
do
a joke
this?
at you. Gosh.
I'm just like a big ball of tar. I absorb all of the jokes and then I just make meme faces in response.
Which one's that?
Steven Zoface.
Yeah.
Every time.
No, Steven's
Oh.
face was the most recent one. So yes, what has happened to me recently? Recently I made a no face on camera and now everybody has found it. And they're linking it to everything and it's amazing. Other than that, I also started streaming games development, so I've been having a lot of fun like playing in Unity on stream and having chat like backseat code for me. It's amazing. They're like, put a semicolon. I'm like, I don't understand why would I do that here? And then I do and it works. And it's terrible. So let's play some D&D because I know I can do that. So who are you all? You are each sitting around the table in a warmly lit tavern. There are a number of oaken tables studding around the floor. There's a couple of wooden supports with lanterns on them that are lighting the room. And above the bar, there's the head of a monstrous beast. It looks like a combination between a deer with vicious teeth and impressive curved antlers coming out of it. But there's feathers all over like its cheeks and the neck where it joins the wall. It's mounted on a big, I think it would probably be made out of cherry wood mounting board. And the bartender is just polishing the counter. Who's here first?
I am. Langus is hanging out
Awesome.
as much as he hangs out.
So, do the four of you know each other yet, or has one of you set out sort of a call to arms for the others?
So, well, I definitely know of Donald, just because he has his noble clothing. So I've seen him around, and I might watch him from afar.
Okay. So, who are you playing, Kaitlyn?
Well, that's a great question. I'm playing a half cat, half human, half tiefling warlock named Frecky.
Excellent. What do you look like?
I have very sharp shoulders, very pointed shoulders. Just wearing that very like warlock cloak. I have some I don't know like yellow goldenish cat ears. I have a cattail poking out of one of my pants legs, which you might
Yes.
not be able to tell. I don't think I'm currently wearing shoes, just thinking back to fan art. No, I don't think so. So usually on like my tippy toes, how like an how do you say that word?
I think they just call them anthros.
All right, how an anthro cat, perfect, would walk around like
Yeah.
that. I don't remember my eye color. I think it was green.
Sure.
Sure. And then I have purple markings. Specifically, I have like a purple bear mark on one side of my
Yeah.
face that glows very strongly sometimes.
Awesome. And Donald Bartholomew, what are you wearing? Is it obvious that you're noble?
Yes, it's quite obvious. Way back from episode 5, Markatron made some awesome fan art of me. That's basically exactly what I look like. I've got a
Yeah.
regal blue outfit, a light blue cloak. I've replaced my rapier with 2 short swords now, though. So that's... I've got that. Let's see. And I generally carry myself with a noble demeanor.
Awesome. So it would have been very easy for Frecky to notice how noble you were.
Very easy,
obvious.
Stephen.
I haven't been adventuring for a while, but I've made it kind of... one of the adventures here has drawn my attention.
You've been getting soft in town, just relaxing, spending all of your money.
It's been a little sad or hard to go adventure after I saw the incompetence of a certain dwarf who ran out a safe tower to get eaten.
That was the last time you were on?
That was the last time I was on.
Oh my god, dude. There's been so much that's happened. Yeah. Have you followed up on the other dwarfs' exploits at all since you've been away from the marches?
Of course, as a noble, it is very important to keep tabs on what's going on in the world, so I have a general sense.
Awesome. And our last player character for the evening, Pokket. Who are you?
I'm Darius, the handsome and maybe a little bit arrogant Darius, but he's nice. I'm just wearing the fine clothing under the armor. Some of it might be poking out in certain positions of the armor, but
You've
overall
got like
he's
some
got
frills
his,
and ruffs like sticking out from under the leather armor you're wearing.
yeah, but he's been just sort of around town. He's been doing what he normally does, the entertainer at parties. He might have had a small relationship going on, but it ended in just like it didn't go well. It didn't go well in the end.
Okay. Was it a
He
messy
wasn't-
end?
It was kind of a messy end because maybe the other person got a little too invested in it, and he wasn't
Yeah.
as invested, at least not that quickly. And so he's showing up to the tavern, and he just needs a drink to sort of forget about it, and he just wants to move on. He wants to find something to take his mind off of it now. And he's been still going around the parties, and he's heard rumors of things that have been going on with people in the town. So he's a little knowledgeable, but he hasn't met anyone today yet. So.
Got it. Okay. Well, really quick, before we really dive into it, let's figure out what you've each been doing with your downtime.
I didn't get to describe what I look like.
Oh, Langus, what do you look like?
I am wearing kind of worn and well-used clothing, scale armor. I have a very large shield on my left arm with holy writing inscripted on it. If you speak any of the religious languages, or if there's such a thing, you'll recognize chants and prayers to various gods. Primarily one called Martha. There's a large holy symbol hanging from my neck. I have a warhammer at my side and a heavy crossbow on my back. It looks like he's probably seen better days. His armor could use a little work. His clothes could use a little work. His boots are a little mud-caked. But he still maintains a kind of a regal appearance with a straight back and proper table manners and speaks in polite terms.
Got it. Awesome. So, Langus, what have you been doing since your last adventure out of the marches, which was about a week ago? It's approaching the end of October in the West Marches these days.
I and my companions gathered some of our money that we had collected and offered it to the blacksmith in order to get his facilities up and running. Because if you
Awesome.
want to see change in the world and if you want to see goodness expand, you must be good to those around you. And the
Cool.
blacksmith would be good for the town.
So we've leveled up the blacksmith. So let me.
What were your companions referred to as, Neil?
Referred to as?
Yeah, didn't your group have a name?
No.
No, it wasn't the Randy Boys?
Oh. Yeah, we did have a name. I think it was the Randy Boys and a grill.
Yeah. I'm
not
just
sure.
surprised
I
you
did
didn't
not-
use the official name.
I think that is more of the type of a name that soldiers would give to their unit, but it's not an official name, and it's not something I would ever bring up outside of that group. It's more of a soldier's jargon. It's not appropriate for everyone else.
Cool. So I've added the blacksmith, and we will put some description up there shortly, so that we know what it does for you. At level 1, the blacksmith can take special materials and make them into semi-magical items. Like, for example, periton leather can probably be made into something that has some of the benefits that the periton itself has, though not all of them. Or it can take powerful magical shards and infuse items with specific amounts of magic. It can also reforge weapons from one format into a similar format. So,
Meaning,
well, like if you have a lance, for example, and you wanted to instead have a spear, that's the sort of thing that the blacksmith could do for you.
okay.
Nice. And you're what level, Langus?
I am a first level fighter and a first level cleric.
Aha, excellent. Cool. All right, Darius, what did you do for your downtime?
Let's see. Can I go next?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Frecky, how about yourself?
Can I also go next?
I'll go. Sure. I got
Donald.
it. All right. Way back in episode 5, Donald Bartholomew managed to collect 3 magical floating swords. So he's been kind of just playing around with those, finding out how it works, seeing how he can make advantage of those. Hasn't figured it out yet, but he's got them. He contracted the blacksmith to make sure that they could be locked up with like secure scabbards in the meantime. And also he got a potion from the alchemist.
Cool. So you spent your downtime at the alchemist. You got a free healing potion for that, and also you had the blacksmith create a case, I think, right? That like locks.
Yes.
You can open it up and all the swords will fly out. Yeah, totally. All right, Frecky. Your
I
turn.
don't think I can afford to have done anything.
You don't have any gold pieces?
Well, I have some rocks that are worth probably 200 gold total, but
That's impressive. I mean,
I need 1,800 gold to have done these things, right?
no. So here's the way it works. So if you look at the top of the fitness training, so if you wanted to level up the fitness training center, you would need to spend 300 gold pieces to do that. But if you don't want to level it up, you can spend your time doing fitness training, and you spend 25 gold pieces and you gain a fitness training die. Much with like the study, you can spend your time studying and gain a free study die, or you can spend 40 gold to gain 2 study dice.
Okay, what does the next mean beside it?
If you want to level up the study to level 2, then that costs 1,800.
Oh,
gold.
I see. That we
Yep.
can do as characters.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Can I sell some of my rocks?
Yep, totally. You can just you can call them gold.
Okay. I don't know which ones I want to sell yet, but trust me, I have enough to buy 2 potions of healing.
Awesome. So you're going to spend the 40 gold and you're going to get 2 potions of healing. Cool. Great. And then last is Darius.
I did some hard work.
Okay. So you're 3rd level?
Yes.
Okay, roll 3d8.
Okay. Crap. Where is that?
You just click down in the box and then /roll space 3d8. There you go. You gained 7 gold for the hard work that you've done.
Yes.
Cool.
When was
All
the
right.
last time I was on? What did I? It was at the Dwarven Ruins, I think. Was it something like that? I'm just trying to remember.
Did you go out into Chayminster and find the bone organ?
It was something about Grell, and I was with
Yes, yeah, you went to Chayminster and you went down into the Dwarven ruins and you killed the terrible floating brain monster.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was just trying to remember because I knew it wasn't the rat people. That wasn't the last one.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, great. So, really quick, let's go over today's new rules, which are not new. So, instead of gaining inspiration from like acting in accordance with your character, we gain inspiration from flashbacks. So, anytime there's a long rest, you can take a flashback, and then you gain inspiration for presenting the flashback. Anybody who asks you a question about the flashback, you can give inspiration to any one person who asks. You gain 1 downtime action after each break, which we just spent. If you find books, then they let you ask me questions instead of me just giving you a bunch of information. You get information that you're curious about. If you find an oracle, you can ask me one question and then I will ask you questions from the following list. So that's like your way to put stuff into the world. And from now on, every time I say a filler word, like, whatever, each player gains 1 gold piece. It falls from the sky.
Do we get 1 gold for that right there?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna be rich.
You gain 1 gold piece for that. So this is a part of my personal initiative to try and remove filler words from my descriptions of stuff in the West Marches. It's very challenging, but I believe that it will improve my presentation capabilities in the long run. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm not actually trying to remove filler words from my everyday speech. I think they serve an important purpose, but
Have
in
you
this
tried,
circumstance.
or do you try pausing instead of just saying the word?
Yes,
'Cause that's what
It's
I
still-
found to be effective.
it's still very hard.
Yes.
It's an excellent thing to strive towards.
All right, so you 4 are sitting around the table. You've met each other, and you're discussing the options for heading out into the West Marches and making some money. Let me pull up those quests so you can take a look at them.
I do say, last week, a few of my other comrades and I tried to rid this world of a goblin menace on behalf of a strange witch to the west. Unfortunately, we were not able to track down the filthy creatures. Perhaps we ought to find them now. I hear she is still in need of our help.
Are you really considering taking up my time with some goblins? I've come in order to, I adventure for artifacts and for magical items and for those of great value. And I've heard there's an artifact in a nearby lake. Now, doesn't that sound much more interesting than dealing with goblins?
You speak
Can
of
I-
rumors, I speak of fact.
Can I roll for like a stealthy action?
Yes. What are you trying to do?
I want to be behind Donald and kind of like petting his blue cloak.
Are you trying to pet his cloak in such a manner that he does not feel it?
Yes, for now.
Roll a stealth test. You can go to your character sheet and just click the stealth button, and it will automatically roll for you.
Well, I have my spells open.
You can click to go to the main portion of your character
There
sheet.
we go.
Yep, great. A 10? I think, Donald, you probably do feel someone gently caressing your back.
I'm just sitting there. I'm just sitting there, like drinking from my mug, just like looking at everyone at the table, and just I don't know.
I'm going to, upon noticing, I'm going to put my hand onto Frecky's head and kind of scratch near the ears, especially.
How do you feel about that, Frecky?
Frecky purrs.
Okay, excellent. And now that Donald is scratching your ear, how do you feel about Donald's proposal?
You know, I'm really not that interested. I'm more interested in this cloak.
Okay. Frecky's willing to go wherever Donald goes as long as the cloak goes with him. Got it. So, Langus, Donald, and Darius, I think it's up to the three of you to determine which quest you're going to take today.
I sort of think about it for a moment, and I guess it's up to me, guys. I mean, do we go for value? I can speak to these goblins. Maybe they'll understand. But I'm really interested in the value of these items that Donald, you said your name is Donald, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me
And
more
not to
about...
mention, it's not just the item, but Baldred has put up a 300 gold reward. Not to mention, he sounds like the type of guy who would offer even more.
So you're saying we could persuade him, maybe?
Yes.
I do believe this Baldred fellow was asking you to protect him and not get the item and keep it for yourself.
Oh no, that is another fellow. This Baldred wants to investigate a rumor of an artifact.
Now
You must be thinking of Ekiv.
Perhaps
I
am.
Of Tikluk.
Perhaps there are many strange named people here. But let me ask you something, Donald. How many of your companions have died in your line of work?
Well, about that, I was going to give a great speech about how I cannot tolerate dumbness. So, on my last adventure, we formed a great plan which would have led to the complete safety and glory of our party. However, one dwarf inexplicably decided to run outside the tower into the waiting maw of an owlbear. So, as long as none of you do that, I think we should be safe.
Have you only had one person die on you?
I have only had one person die, and I don't think that can really be blamed on me, as he kind of ran outside a tower into an owlbear.
Sounds most unlikely.
That seems unfortunate. I've not had anyone die in my group yet.
Oh, I've had lots of
Technically.
friends die. But it's okay. You know, sometimes they go to a better
I have
place.
my eye on you when I've heard.
Heard? Oh, wait, you've had... You know, I'm a little uneasy. I mean, the value seems good, but the danger, I've been on enough of these adventures, as people put it, and the danger just seems so high going here. What is it that is making this so valuable? What is this artifact that we're going to be seeking?
Well,
It's
that's
dangerous.
the great part of adventure, isn't it? The unknown. But what we do know is that it's an artifact that someone is worth paying 300 at least gold to find out a little bit about. And when we have such great adventurers, such as Lengus, the stalwart defense, and I've heard tales of your sharpshooting, Darius, I'm sure that we can overcome any challenge.
You're
No.
sure
Words
that we
run
can
like
steal
warm
it?
butter.
If anything, you've convinced me not to go, but I'm gonna go for value simply because gold. But I just wanted to see what you said, so you know what? Let's do it. But
Do you not see that there are evils being done in this world that we must resolve? This
It
one man
sounds
seeks
like-
idle curiosity.
I'm sure some
Goblins are
other
a
group of
plague on
novice
this land.
engineers- I'm sure some other group of
Goblins?
novice engineers can take care of some goblins.
can't the witch take care of the goblins? She's a witch. What's
That
wrong
sort of
with
task is
what-
beneath us.
You know, Langus, last time a party went to go take care of the goblin problem, they got incredibly sidetracked.
They did. And they ended up, I think, eliminating the entire population of Petrodons?
Peritons.
Peritons.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was a great task for the world. We righted many wrongs that day.
Imagine what accidental goods could be accomplished on the way to a lake.
Well, these people need my protection, and they need the guiding hand of Martha behind them.
Who the hell is Martha?
Martha is the creator. She brings life into this world.
I've never heard
Child.
of Martha. Does she live here? Can I meet her? I'd like to meet her.
Child,
Can
she
I
is a
meet her?
god.
That doesn't mean anything. Can I meet her? Is she? Does
One
she have? Do I
day,
have to schedule? Do I have to schedule an appointment to go meet this Martha?
Please, Darius. Martha
you will
is
meet her at
all
the end of your
around us.
days.
Oh, so you're saying she's right here, right now? Is it? Is it that? You're a female, right? Sorry, segue. Kaitlyn, right? The cat.
Um,
The cat.
Female,
Dragon.
male, cat.
Does Frecky broadcast sexual dimorphism?
Yeah.
Okay.
Darius doesn't care.
Dimorphism, no
Darius doesn't
morphism.
care. Is it the cat? Is that Martha? I mean, she's
No.
kind of petting
No.
and I thought maybe, there's something, I just thought that, you know what, let's just go for value. I just want some money. I just need some money. I've had a little bit of hard time. Let's do it. Let's do it.
The
I'm down to
church
kill
could
whatever's on.
exercise donation.
I'm sure we can take it. As long as the cat stops petting your cloak and fights. We can do this. So.
Have you not heard of the magics that this cute-looking cat can wield?
No.
Well, you'll find that she is more than capable.
Yeah,
Then
I'll
I think we can do
fight.
it.
But
Just make sure to stay away from chests.
The
wooden chests.
Okay, yeah, no, are you sure? Because usually they're, okay, yep, you know what? I need another drink. I'll be right back. And I get up and I go
think
get
we're
another
going to-
drink.
What is with that cat? I have never seen such a beast.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Maybe it's the alcohol. I think someone put something in my drink.
No.
So-
That's a weird cat thing.
Oh,
I
no,
can't hear
haven't-
Lingus saying this.
You could sure. I mean, can perception check? Maybe?
I think
I
you
mean-
probably can hear him saying it. You're right next to him.
Well, I got up with her to go get a drink. I don't know.
Oh, you
I-
walked
I'm
away.
Okay.
I'm
And-
whispering, but if
Yeah, we
someone's
both
paying
walked
attention,
away.
I
And
hear it.
Frecky, you were still petting the cloak, right? So I think if they're over by the counter and you're still petting the cloak, then you can't hear them. No.
I'm sort of like, I'm just like shaking my head, like I don't know what's going on, and this is the first time I've been with completely just a new group, no one that I know, and I'm just sort of like looking around, like, seeing if there's any eye candy in the area, or if I'm just like, you know what, man, I think we should just do it. We should just go. I mean, we could always put down evil along the way of whatever this value town is that we're going to.
You speak truly, and while wealth is a trivial thing, it can be used to great ends. I believe the church could use a donation. It looks a little run down. Let us seek this artifact.
Wait, you're talking about donating to Martha? My money? I've never even met Martha. I'm sorry. I have bills
You
to
may
pay.
keep your cut.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're good then. We're good. Okay, yep.
course,
You know
I
what?
would not
There's a
presume
cute
to
guy
steal.
over there, sir. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna
The
go.
pleasures of the flesh are fleeting.
Just gonna go say
I
hi.
say and shake
You know
my
what?
head, walk back to the table.
A few hours later, you all have finally made your way out of the tavern and are preparing to head on your journey. Do you all feel like you have enough resources with you, enough rations, enough potions?
I brought food
equipment.
this time.
Nice. You can buy
Sorry.
you can buy anything from the player's handbook at cost from the player's handbook. So that's
Okay, how
all
much is a
readily
potion
available.
again?
A single potion of healing is 50 gold pieces.
I think I want to buy one. I have 250. So.
Cool. There's something rumbling the ground of my apartment. Everything's rattling, and I don't know what it is. All right, great. So you buy one of the potions of healing from Elith Salt.
Yeah.
Great.
Of course. So I am always prepared, but we should find out a little bit of information. I know you were concerned about the lack of information. We should talk to Baldred first before we head off.
Great.
Sounds like a plan.
Donald, you know that Baldred lives... Oh, I need to open the map. He lives to the northeast of town, just south of the road as it passes by the... there's one gold. The Rayfen is the name of the swamp that the road passes by.
Can I take an advance on your fund and use that gold to buy a potion?
No.
Darn.
The bank makes no advances. I'm opening the map. Who's going to lead the party? Let's figure that out while we're looking for this.
Well, last
You
time I
know-
led the party, we got lost. So,
I
You
could
got lost like 3 times in the same way.
but that wasn't me. That wasn't all me. You can't blame all me. That wasn't. That was only the first time.
That's true.
What sort of skill does leading key off of?
I believe it's athletics, stealth, or survival.
Oh,
Any one of those.
If no one else volunteers, I'll take it, but there's someone else that's probably better suited.
I would be fine with a stealth approach.
Okay.
And I'm an excellent leader as well.
Wonderful. So it's going to be Langus? Or did you say
Um,
Darius with stealth?
What's
think
what's your stealth?
It's only 5. Might
Yeah,
be.
mine's only 5 as well.
My
Okay.
athletics is only 4, so let's run with you.
Great.
All
This
right.
is your idea. You should lead the way.
Yes.
Let's see. Great.
This seems like it's going to be a tough journey, so as I kind of... I'll do the traditional pat on Frecky's head. Could you lend me 15 gold for a potion? You wouldn't want to see one of your party members die, would you?
You know, I'll lend you the gold if you lend me a cloak.
I'll make sure it's available throughout the journey. How about that?
I rummage around my little bag and I pull out the gold. Show it to you in my paws.
So you only
Thanks.
needed
Like, grab
15 gold in order to make the 50?
Yes.
All right. Elith gives you a sparkling red potion in a clear glass ampule.
And of course, I'm watching out for all of you, so should any of you need it, it's yours. Consider it yours.
That's very generous of you. All right. So, Donald, you're leading the party.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to pop up the travel rules for you. There it is. Now, I need you to roll either stealth, survival, or athletics, and that will determine how you travel for the next 3 days.
Okay.
12, not bad. That gives you 2 travel actions over the next 3 days. I will mark them down here.
And that was a stealth roll, so does that mean we can only take stealth travel actions?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you can spend 1 travel action to either hunt and find food for your party today. Oh no, that's survival. Sorry. To either camouflage yourself, to spend 1 travel action to give the entire party advantage on stealth checks for 1 hour, to assassinate and set up a surprise attack on an enemy, or to hide your camp and find a secure place to rest so that you don't hit any encounters overnight. 1 gold piece. You can spend 1 day while you're traveling to completely avoid notice by an enemy, but that takes a day of travel rather than a travel action. And if you had rolled exceptionally high, then you would have found a shortcut and gained 1 day of movement over those 3 days. So let's get started. You know that Baldred is to the northeast, just south of the road where it crosses the Rayfen. So where would you like to move?
I imagine taking the road and then venturing off when it's the appropriate time to go to his place would be best.
Very well. Go ahead and move yourself 1 hex at a time in the direction that you want to be moving. Each hex takes about 2 hours to move through. And I'm going to have you roll some encounters while you're on the road.
Okay. You'll let me know when it goes off-road, yes?
Yes.
All right. We go one step that way.
All right. Roll 1d100 twice.
Are there bushes by the road?
I'm sure at some point in this journey you do pass a spot along the road where there are bushes. Yes.
Well, I want to like jump in and out of the bushes as we go on our way.
All right. We see a nice montage of you all walking along the road. The sun is shining. It's a little crisp and cool, and Frecky is jumping into the bushes and then jumping out. Are you
Just like
are you hopping
walking.
side to side, or are you pouncing into them when you see something in there? Describe a little bit more of how you're jumping.
Am I jumping into Steven's bushes with my head checking? Yes, I'm pouncing right into them.
Nice. Excellent. Head checking the bushes. Great.
I'm sort of walking at a distance behind, just like trying not to laugh as I watch. Like it's like entertainment for me along this. Not really trying to strike a conversation at the moment with anyone. Just sort of keeping my distance because little on edge. Not quite sure of the group yet, and this is clearly entertaining. I've never seen
Wary,
this before.
perhaps. Yeah.
I keep my eyes on the sky, looking around.
Yeah. You learned your lesson from last time.
Oh.
All right, Donald, go ahead and move yourself another hex. And 2 more rolls on the encounter chart. Everything seems smooth sailing so far. 1 more?
I would be going right on this road.
Yeah, you can either push yourself in the hex above or below, but we know that you're on the road.
Okay.
Okay, 2 more. Nice. And then 1 more. And 2 more rolls. Oh no! Oh my god!
Wait, don't do it, don't. What the hell?
I'm so excited.
Oh no. What'd you do?
Let's see what it is. Oh yeah, that's so good.
Oh,
Oh
what?
boy.
No.
Is
You know what?
there-
I'm
is
out.
this
You
where
know
I
what? I decided
travel?
goblins are a better idea, and I just, kidding. I'm just kidding.
So, it's time for a break, and it's also time for you all to settle down for the evening. So you all make camp and you start setting up watches. Tell me the order that you want your watches in, and then we'll go to our break.
Langus will take first watch.
All right.
I'll be third.
Cool. Frecky?
Can
Are you gonna
anyone
take-
here trust Reki to take a watch though?
Well, I think I established in the first run that I like half sleep. I don't really like fully sleep, especially
the
with a
second
new
watch.
group. So I sort of
Oh.
am like always kind of aware.
Yeah.
And especially now I'm a little uneasy around this group because they kind of maybe creep Darius out a little. And he's
Now that you
someone who
saw
gets
the GM
around.
winning, yeah.
And he's
What races are you and Jeff?
I'm a half elf.
Trump, what race are you?
Human.
Human? Okay.
Right. Okay, so I have Langus, Donald, Darius, and Frecky maybe. We'll see what happens when it comes to Frecky's turn to watch. And when we come back from the break, we'll find out what that 99 meant. So, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
I'm scared.